you. We're on the unceded territories of the Quagga First Nations in North Vancouver Island. Got a good full body burn for you this morning, so let's get right to it. All you're gonna want is your mat and your yoga blocks, maybe some water, maybe a cup of coffee. As always, throw on your favorite playlist. Got no music in my videos because look where we are. Who needs music when you got all this, right? Let's get right to it. So we're gonna come over here, tabletop position. We're gonna actually place a block in between the knees. Wrists beneath shoulders, knees beneath the hips. So they are going to be a little bit more narrow right now. I'm going to draw that belly button up to the spine, lengthen through the spine here, rotate the elbows down towards my legs so that my elbow pits are facing forward. And I'm going to tuck my ribs. I'm going to squeeze. Engage through that pelvic floor. So imagine you're pulling everything up and in. So if you're a biological female, imagine you've got a little blueberry at the opening of your vagina. Male or female, imagine you really have to urgently use the washroom, but you can't go anywhere. There's nowhere to go. So you got to squeeze, pull everything up and in. Good. Activate through the groin muscles to draw the thighs together. Good. From here, we're just going to do a gentle rock back and forth, just warming up through the wrists. Keep holding that belly firm. So keep thinking you're drawing the whole abdominal wall up and in. Ribs stay tucked. Lengthening through the spine, through the crown of the head. And don't force your chin down to the floor here. Think you want to tuck that chin up and inwards. Good. From here, we can actually flip one wrist over and the other. Keep drawing those thighs together to squeeze that block. Pulling that pelvic floor up and in. Good. From here, we're going to tuck those toes under. We're going to lift and float the knees off the ground. Pull that pelvic floor up and in. Good. Belly stays strong. Tuck those ribs. Perfect. Holding it here. Keep those elbows rotated forward as much as you can. Shoulders are down and away from the ears. Good. Bring the knees down. From here, we're just going to push through the shoulder blades up and down, kind of like a scapular or shoulder blade push-up. Just warming up. Keep squeezing the belly. Keep tucking the ribs. Good work. Pulling that pelvic floor up and in. One more time here. Let's bring the shoulders back to neutral. Draw those thighs together. If you had relaxed them, squeeze them some more. Pull that pelvic floor up and in. Try to avoid dumping the belly button to the ground. So think draw everything up, tuck the ribs, neutral spine, flat lower back. Lift and float those knees off the ground. Good, nice and strong. Good. From here, we're going to push straight back, bring those heels towards the ground. So in a down dog here with a narrow stance, trying to squeeze that block. So keep the knees, ankles, and hips in line with each other. Keep those ribs tucked, pelvic floor stay strong. Curl that tailbone up to the sky. Come back forward into a bear crawl. So hips over knees. Keep those ankles over the toes, so don't be back here. Be forward. Coming back, heels to the floor. Good. We're going to do 3 more like this. Come forward. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Good work. Inhale down. Exhale up. Beautiful. Come on down. Let's take that block out. We'll move it to the side. Roll out those wrists for a second if you need to. Roll through our shoulders a little bit. Perfect. So from here, coming back to our tabletop position, I'm going to bring my hips forward here. I'm going to bring one leg out. So make sure with this other hip, you want to keep that hip stacked over top of the knees. Don't go over to the side. Keep everything in line. Rotate this opposite hip down. Draw the belly button, tuck the ribs. We're going to lift straight up and down. Keep those ribs tucked. So when we lift, we tend to want to flex a lot through the spine. Think nice neutral, flat back, Keeping those ribs tucked. Keeping this hip stacked over the knee. Try to keep this leg straight. So think you're lifting the back of the knee to the sky. And try to keep this working hip rotated down towards the floor. Going for a total of 10 here. 4 more by my count. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to lift. You can point through that toe if you like. We're going to rock it a little bit forward so that your hands are going to end up by your chest as we come down and up. Keep the ribs tucked. Inhale down. Exhale up. Keep that hip stacked over the knee. Keep the other hip rotated down towards the ground. Don't twist out. Nice flat neutral back. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Keep the chin tucked. Pelvic floor stays strong. 2 more. Good. Other side. Feel free to roll out your wrists for a sec if you need to. You can always modify this as well. For the leg lifts, we can do them also on our forearms. If you're doing that just because you might have some ouchy wrists or something, that's totally okay. If you're going to do that, just ensure to really keep your ribs tucked. When you're on the forearms, it tends to really want to pull the rib cage open. So you're going to get more of a squeeze through that upper belly and through the serratus muscles. That's totally fine. Other side here, I'm going to straighten out my leg. Rotate that hip down to the ground. This hip I keep stacked over the knee. Draw the belly button in, tuck the ribs, pull my pelvic floor. I'm going to exhale up, inhale down. Good, lifting the back of the leg to the sky. Good, nice and strong. Pelvic floor stays engaged. Good. Keep that hip stacked over the knee. Keep the back of the leg lifted to the sky, knee rotated towards the ground. Last one. From here, I'm going to lift. I'm going to point through the toes. Keep the hips rotated down, rocking it forward as I inhale, exhaling back. Inhale down, exhale back. Keep the elbows tucked in close to the ribs. We can always modify this as well. We don't have to go as low. If all you have is this, that's very okay. Just focus on lengthening through the spine, keeping those ribs tucked and the belly button drawn in. Pelvic floor firmly engaged. Good. Hips stacked over knee and hips facing the ground. Last one. Beautiful work. Whew. Feel free to push the hip side to side. Maybe you're feeling that in the booty. Rolling out those wrists. Now, if you feel that a lot in the lower back, or if you're doing planks, push-ups, anything, and you're feeling it a lot in the lower back, that probably means the lower belly's not engaging quite enough. So that's where curling your pubic bone kind of up towards you a little bit can actually help to squeeze that lower portion. So, speaking of the lower portion of our belly, let's come on down here. We're going to be on our forearms. Elbows beneath shoulders. Comfortable positioning with the forearms here. Lengthen through the spine, tuck the ribs, tuck the belly button. Now be really, really mindful here not to slouch through your lower back. We want to really lengthen, flatten out that lower back. We're going to lift and hover our legs. We're going to draw one leg up to the chest and down. The other foot, try to keep it hovering off the floor. 2, 3, 4. If you're rounding through the back, it's going to be a lot easier to draw that leg up. So lengthen through the spine, keep the chest lifted, going for a total of 10. 6, 7. Keep drawing that belly button down. 8, 9, 10. Straighten and hover. Circle. 2, 3. Try to keep this opposite leg totally still. Chest stays lifted. Pelvic floor is engaged. Switch directions. Tracing a nice beach ball with your toes. Good. And switch. Hover that foot. Coming up for 10. 9. Pelvic floor is strong. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Straighten and hover. Circle. 2. 3. 4. Trying to stay nice and still. 5. 6. Keep the chest lifted. Switch. 7. 8. Keep this leg as still as possible. And release. Good. You can go hip side to side if you like. From here, we're going to place a block in between our ankles. Longest side faces the front. Back on the forearms here. Lift the chest, flatten out the spine, flat lower back, draw the ribs in. Pelvic floor is strong. We're going to try to pulse the legs into the chest. Pulse. Pulse. Keep the chest lifted. Pull that belly button down. Good work. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Pelvic floor is pulled up and inwards. Good. Now try to lower that block as much as you can towards the ground, keeping the ribs tucked, belly button drawn in, pelvic floor strong for 5, 4, lift the chest, and 1. Whew. Whew. That's a good one. Good. Come on down. Let's have a lay. Place your place your ankles beneath the knees. We're going to actually stagger our stance a little bit. So we're going to place one foot further away. We're going to curl our pelvis slightly up so that we can engage through that lower belly, but really ensure to keep a nice neutral spine here. So we don't want to be here. We really want to keep that natural curvature in the back, but draw the belly button down, tuck the ribs, and then just slightly curl that pelvis forward to start to engage through that lower belly. Drive the closest heel into the floor and lift. Good. Coming down, keep everything locked in nice and strong. Exhale up. Good. Pelvic floor is drawn up and inwards. Beautiful work. Good. Keeping the belly strong. So this is going to be as much a glute exercise as it should be belly. So drive this heel into the floor. So really feel that leg activate. Now, if you'd like to challenge your core a little bit more, you can have your hands straight over your chest. You can hold a block or a water bottle or nothing. I'm a fan of the yoga block because I think it just keeps our arms in alignment with our shoulders. Good. Trying to stabilize. Keep those ribs tucked. Good. Here we're going to press up. We're going to bring that block or just the arms overhead. Pull those shoulders down. Feel the muscles over the ribs so the serratus and the top part of the abs start to engage as we do this. Drive this heel into the floor. Keep that pelvis pressed upwards. Keep drawing that belly button down. And keep trying to curl that pubic bone just a little bit up towards your face. Good. Holding it here. Bring the hands back. Come on down. Switching legs. So again, if you feel better with hands on the floor, that's totally fine. Draw the belly button down, tuck the ribs, curl the pelvis up. Drive the heel into the ground. Good. Coming up and down nice and easy. Exhale up. Inhale down. Pull that pelvic floor up and in. Maybe you even feel the inner thighs kind of activating, stabilizing all through the legs. Good. Keeping those ribs tucked, keeping that pelvic floor engaged. We're going to lift and we're going to hold here. We're going to bring that block overhead. Keep those shoulders drawn down. Keep those ribs tucked. Beautiful work. Nice and strong. Good. Bring the hands back and come on down. Good. We can hug our knees to our chest here if we need to, just to release a little. Good. Perfect. Right on. From here, we're going to get a little bit of side abs. So we are going to come into our side plank. So you're going to place your elbow beneath the shoulder. You're going to have your hips in line with, well, actually your hips are going to be just a little bit behind. Your knees are going to be stacked. We're going to come up. We're going to push our hips forward and think you want to rotate this shoulder back a little bit. So almost like you want to turn your fingers towards the back corner. You're not going to actually turn them, but just that kind of rotation to lock through the shoulder here. We're going to keep our hips stacked. So we tend to want to push this hip back, push this hip forward, tuck those ribs, lengthen through the spine, tuck the chin. Good. If this is all you have today, that's totally fine. If you can, we're going to straighten out that top leg, straighten out the top arm, and we're going to do some concentric circles. We're going to test our coordination. Now, while doing this, try to avoid flaring the ribs open. Try to keep everything tucked. Switch direction, so same direction. Whew. Good. Stay lifted through this shoulder. Keep the hips stacked. Try not to be moving around too much. From here, we're going to pause at the top. Keep the hips pressed forward as we bring the leg and hand towards each other. So try to avoid pushing the hips back. Bring hand and leg towards each other, keeping those ribs tucked. Staying tall through the shoulder. Pelvic floor is strong. 2 more. Whew. Good. And then from here, elbow to knee, press the hips up, keep the hips stacked, hold, really lift away from the mat here, and down. Oh yeah. Good stuff. Roll out that wrist, roll everything out. Other side. So sitting in a beach babe position, knees are stacked. We're going to come up, we're going to press our hips forward. So shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked. Tuck the ribs, tuck the belly button, curl your pelvis forward, straight line toes to arm, circles in the same direction. Imagine you're balancing your most precious cup of morning coffee on you. So you don't want to do too much rocking around because we don't want to spill that. That's good stuff. Not to mention it's gotten real expensive lately. And switch. Good. Keeping those ribs tucked. Keeping that pelvic floor strong. Whew. Oh, yeah, yeah. Keep those hips forward towards each other. Good. Keep those ribs tucked. Whew, I am shaking like a leaf. 2. Good. 3 more. Pelvic floor is strong. 3, 4, 5. Whew. Knee to elbow. Oh, yeah. Keep the hips pressed up. Press away through that shoulder. Belly button tucked in. Pelvic floor is strong for 3, 2, and 1. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. So let's do a little cool down stretch. Let's start with coming down to the ground. Place the hands by the floating ribs. Draw those elbows in. Flatten out the feet. Oh, relax that lower back. Press that lower belly to the floor. Do a gentle twist side to side if that feels good for you. Draw that belly button to the spine. Round it out. Nice straight arms. We can reach around, grab onto our feet, tuck the nose, round through the back. Good. From here, a little bit more stretch for that lower belly. I like to use my blocks for this. Walk 1 foot forward, knee over ankle. Legs are hip width apart with that back foot. Don't let those toes sickle in. Flatten them out. From here, we're going to walk our blocks back a bit. We're going to come up for just a moment. We're going to take our pelvis. We're going to rotate our pubic bone a little bit forward. keeping the hips locked into each other. So drawing this front hip back, this back hip forward, keeping that pelvic floor kind of engaged. And with this lower belly engagement of curling that pelvis forward, then I'm going to lower down. I'm going to take the hand that corresponds with that back leg, reaching straight up. And I can walk that yoga block back a little behind me just to allow me to get a little bit of a back bend. And it's in this little back bend that you're going to really feel not just the hip flexor, but maybe even the lower portion of the belly. Good work. Slow, deep breathing. Good. Other side. Flattening it out. Curl that pelvis forward, scissor the hips in towards each other. Bring this block back. Reach the hand that corresponds with the back leg up and behind. And really curl that pelvis forward and then go for a gentle back bend. What a beauty of a day. And release. Good. Coming back to the other side here. Straightening out that front leg. We can walk our blocks forward or have your hands on the ground. Keep your hip stacked over the knee here, so don't come to the side. Keep everything in alignment. Flatten out that lower back. Lengthen through the crown of the head, up and away. Think you're curling your tailbone up to the sky to flatten out the lower back here. Good. Deep breath in, and as we exhale, forward fold. Relax everything. Inhale up, flat back, fold forward. Exhale, bring it down. One more. And down. Good. From here, we're going to actually rotate to face the front. So let this ankle be in line with the knee. Your leg is straight here. If you like, you can use your yoga block or you can rest your hand on your thigh. If you're having some knee pain, maybe consider using your block. Big side body stretch. Keep the shoulders stacked. Feel free to even look up a little towards the ceiling or the sky. Continuing to engage through that pelvic floor. Good. From here, coming back the way we came, sit down all the way on your heel. See if you can walk your hands forward, if that feels good for you. Good. Other side. Walk your leg forward. Keep that hip stacked over the knee. Hinge at the hips, curl the tailbone up to the ceiling, flat lower back, lengthen through the crown of the head, neutral spine here. Deep breath in, and as we exhale, we can forward fold a little, relax. Inhale up. Tuck those ribs, exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale down. Coming up here, we're going to rotate away. So you can see a different angle now. Ankle in line with the leg. Toes in line with the heel. I'm going to reach over. So again, feel free to have a yoga block here to support you if you need. Nice side body, shoulders are stacked, pelvic floor is drawn up and in. Feel free to even rotate your chest a little up towards the ceiling, just ever so gently. Just ensuring that we're not rotated down, because when we're really tight, sometimes we're stuck in this position. So just open the chest, press that heart up to the sky, reach those fingers up and away. Think you're driving your knee and fingers in opposite directions. Keep your hips gently pressed forward, pelvic floor gently engaged. One more breath here. Release. Rotate around, sit it down. Good. Nice straight leg here. Perfect. Awesome. Coming up, crossing one ankle over, or sorry, one knee over the other. Walk your ankles out to the outside edges of the mat, and now push your booty back right down the center line of the mat towards the ground. Holding it here. Always feel free to place a yoga block under your bum if you're super tight and you can't quite reach, or remember, if you're feeling any sharp pains anywhere, specifically in your joints and your knees and stuff, don't force the range of motion. Consider just easing up a little bit and just stay in that place where you feel a decent enough stretch in that hip, maybe even in the IT band of specifically for me for the back leg, but you may, depending how tight you are, you may feel it in both legs. That's okay too. But you want to feel like a good balance of the stretch, but never like forcing that range of motion like you're pulling on a rope. That's not what we want. Good. And release. Other side. Crossing over. Ankles out. Push the bum back. Nice slow deep breaths. Taking some time for a moment of stillness before carrying on with the day. Good. Couple more stretches here. Coming up into a plank. We're going to step 1 foot forward and we're going to bring it roughly around belly button height. So we're not going for the full runner stretch. We're just going to come up part way. We're going to rotate. So let's say it's our right leg right now. Rotate your right foot. So toes turn to the right. We're going to roll onto the outside edge of that left foot. Turn our whole body to face the right side. Stack the hips, stack the shoulders. Push that right knee away and then let the hips sink down to the floor. And push away from the ground through that shoulder. Nice side body stretch. Maybe even a little stretch through the hip here. If it's accessible to you, you can even bring the hips to the ground for a full stretch of the side body. Just avoid sagging into the shoulder here. Good. And just come out however feels okay for you. Other side. So you can see a different angle. Walk the left foot forward to about belly button or hip height. Rotate the left toes to the left. Rotate to the outside edge of the right foot. Turn your whole body to face away. We're going to keep the hips stacked, shoulders stacked. Push that left knee down towards your feet. Bring this hip down towards the ground and don't sag into this top shoulder. Push away from the floor. Nice side body here. Good. And just come on out of it gently and slowly, however feels good for your body. We'll finish off with a nice stretch for the chest. Fingers point to you. Drive your elbows back. Scoot your hips away a little bit, so further down towards your feet. Drive your elbows back. Keep your elbows together, so don't let them come out to the side. Keep your arms parallel. Curl the chest upwards. Slow, deep breaths. Good. Coming up, we're going to flip our hands over, walk them further away. Fingers point away from you. Keep a gentle bend in the elbows. Curl. You were on the unceded territories of the Kwagils First Nations in North Vancouver Island.